What up? What up? You ever been in a bullshit relationship? That's how I'm starting this one off. Have you ever been in a bullshit relationship? Um, I did. I just got finished cutting grass, and whenever I cut grass, I get epiphanies. So the other day, I did a video. I did a live on uh, can you have more than one soulmate and how I handle it, right? So you can have more than one soulmate, and some people was like didn't know what a soulmate was, right? Then they didn't know what a twin. I didn't know so many people did not know what a twin flame was. What up, fam? Coach Kyer, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. Please introduce yourself, city and state, where you from, and what's your zodiac sign. Also, what up, Fitz? Cedar Creek in the building. How many of you ever been in a bullshit relationship? You ever been in a bullshit relationship and you're going to share this video, press 3. If you ain't going to share the video, just press 1. But if you ever been in a bullshit relationship and you're going to share this video, press 3 this time. I want you to share the video if you ever been in a bullshit relationship. Queen Mecca, what up? That's an inside joke right there. That's not even an inside joke. That's just between me and her. But anyway, look it. In a bullshit relationship, right? The video I did when we were talking about twin flames and soulmates, I never got so many people in my inbox or calling me saying they had never heard of a twin flame. And people were upset that they may go a whole lifetime with somebody and not meet their twin flame. Like, they were really surprised. Like, I said it because I probably have already got over the shock. I see you, Team Leo, New Jersey. What up, Drea? Team Virgo, Detroit. Team Aquarius in the borough. Team Pisces in LA. The Bronx is in the building. What up, Tennessee? Team Pisces. Team Taurus in the A. Team Taurus in Texas. What up? So check it out. Mississippi Gulf, I see you. Press 3 if you haven't been in a bullshit relationship before and you're going to share this video. So, what up, Monique? I was like, why is people like... So then my friend calls me and says, you mean I could be with a poser? Somebody who's posing? And I was like, I had never heard of, them being a poser. Because you're always thinking romantically, about how I want to be in this super best relationship, right? So what up, Roy? So what up, Donna? Peace. But you got this romantic notion about how it's supposed to take place. And you end up, and the only reason you're thinking about it is because you're in a bullshit relationship. You're already in some bullshit. And you're just like, wait a minute. Kyer said my soulmate is one who holds the mirror for me, one who supports me, one who doesn't abandon me. But the soulmate might not be my husband. The soulmate might not be my wife. We may not even have sex. It's because we've been romantically caught up at the wall of suffering. And so when I was like cutting grass, I was like, you know what? That's why people didn't get it, because they really don't understand that you don't get your twin flame at the wall of suffering. You can meet a soulmate at the wall of suffering. Gemini Brown's in the building. And hey, anybody got a question at any time today? I'm taking guests right on the gate. You're like, I got a question, yo. Wait a minute. You can type it out, or you can just press and come on the screen. So, and of course, I know Gemini Brown will be on here because I'm talking about twins and he's a Gemini, right? So, yes, if you did not watch the video that I did the other day on can you have more than one soulmate, this one may be moving a little faster for you. So if you already saw that video of how many, can you have more than one soulmate and how I manage it, because I got more than one soulmate and I'm managing it differently. All of us have more than one soulmate. The first thing I have to deal with, though, is my honesty to myself first, but then am I honest to my soulmates? So, for instance, and your soulmate could be a man. It could be a master teacher. A soulmate could be a child. But all of a sudden, when we hear soulmate, we so freaking romantic that we don't pay attention to the facts, and then we get caught up in a bullshit relationship because we ignoring all the signs of somebody. What's up, Bob? Of somebody at who's giving us an illusion, okay? A soulmate stands out because they don't give you illusion. Hey, Stephanie, love you. They don't give you, what's up, Alana? Team Double Aquarius, Texas. I already know where you at. A soulmate doesn't give you an illusion. Sometimes your soulmate, you normally like super fall in love, super attracted to a soulmate, and then they may do something that's repulsive to you because you think that they're supposed to like cater to your bullshit, especially women, because women are more romantic than men because of who? Because of Barbie. Y'all been playing with Barbie dolls longer than us. The programming came in real early. What up, Ro? A soulmate could even be a family member. But normally it's somebody where there's an attraction. Normally there's an attraction between someone. A lot of times it's a high probability that you could have sex with a soulmate, but it's a high probability that you could be in a relationship with somebody who's not a soulmate, who's really on some bull. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, have you ever been in a relationship? Have you ever been in a bullshit relationship? How many of y'all been in a bullshit relationship? Some of y'all shared it already, but I'm taking heads. I'm on the count now. If you shared the video, let me know. These days, a lot of people have their soulmate in the friend zone. Neptune and Pisces. Oh my God. Because, that's right. Thank you so much, Gemini Brown. You finna come on here. Thank you. You keep throwing alley. You keep lobbing it, and I'm going to keep going to the cup. All right? Get my thoughts together during this retrograde. Romance keeps you at the wall of suffering. I don't want to go too far without talking about the wall of suffering. Because remember I said people was kind of mad at the OG because they were with someone. They were in an unfulfilling relationship. If you know somebody in an unfulfilling relationship, press 4. If you know somebody, that way you ain't got to say it was you. If you know somebody in an unfulfilling relationship, press 4. Okay? Okay. Or have known someone in your past in an unfulfilling relationship and you know they wasn't with their twin flame. They weren't even with their soulmate. Natasha, hey. Do twin flames burn out? No, twin flames don't burn out, but you can't get a twin flame until you've been through some soulmates. You can have multiple soulmates, but only one twin flame, and you may not meet your twin flame in this lifetime. I'm making this video again because I was like, oh, well, I already told them. I think this needs emphasis. You may not meet your twin flame this lifetime. So let me give you the levels. There's bullshit, soulmate, twin flame. Bullshit, soulmate, twin flame. You can have a whole bunch of these. You can have a whole bunch of bullshit. You ain't got but like this many soulmates, and then you got one twin flame. I'm gonna break it down one more time. You got this much bullshit relationships, this many soulmates, and you got one twin flame. I hope this is clear. Press 5 if this is clear right here. Situationships, absolutely. Was that clear right there? Was that clear? Type white book. I just got a package in the mail from Amazon. I love it. We might even open this bad boy live and direct. See what I got here. So, that's the facts. So that's why a lot of people get caught up in bullshit relationships. Because it's so easy because you at the wall of suffering. So many people are at the wall of suffering. Ooh. Ooh. I'm having a good day. Look at there. Look what I just got. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Man. This for me and all my soulmates and my twin flame. I'm getting on my tarot game. Ooh, ain't she sexy? Good Lord. Whole nother topic. Don't get caught up, but we'll still use this. Bullshit. Soulmates. Twin flames. So everybody was like, well, how do I get to my twin flame? I'm going to put this right here in the beginning. You're going to have to go through some soulmates. to get to the one. You can't skip. You can't skip from bullshit to twin flame. Can I get everybody to type that? You cannot go from bullshit straight to twin flame. Come on now. I need everybody to type that right now. Or somebody want to come on camera and say it. I want to make sure somebody got that. You can't go from bullshit straight to twin flame. Oh, look what just came. Will. Crown Tarot, look what just came in the mail today. Just opened it. Live, just now. Okay. So, you don't get to go straight from the bullshit straight to a twin flame. And you may be in bullshit and soulmates your whole life, more than one lifetime, more than 10 lifetimes. Your twin flame is to help you get out of here. Yeah, we are reincarnating over and over and over again on the planet. Right. So you get what you deserve. Now type, you get what you deserve. So if you in some bullshit relationship, then guess what? That is what you deserve. Gemini Brown said he can't wait. He got to come through right now. Brown, come on. But I want to finish this piece. I want to finish this piece on the wall of suffering right quick before you. Man, we got some fire. I know you got some fire. Hold 1 second. Hold it right there. Hold it. I know you got some fire. Hold it. Let me finish about the wall of suffering and why people don't get their soulmate, because the wall of suffering is where you are. You're steady banging your head, whining and complaining. So if you only get what you deserve and you standing around banging your head on the wall of suffering, how in the world can you deserve someone who is going to get and ascend you out of this dimension? That's impossible. You're only going to attract someone else who's at the wall of suffering. And what do you get as a reward for the wall of suffering? You get to come back and do another bid. I don't call these lifetimes. I call them bid. They're like doing fair time too. You're going to do day for day. You ain't going to get no probation. Jokers be trying to kill themselves and suicide and stuff like that. Nah, you got to come back and do the bid. They come back and you be like, oh, he came back. He was born with the disease. Oh, he can't get right. He just continued to have all these issues and going on. It's because you tried to escape and you didn't want to evolve. So you don't get your background noise over there, Brown. You got background noise on something.
Hold on. All right. Hold on.
Yeah, the fan. So
Yeah.
Once you start, one of the steps of getting with or having the potential to getting with your twin flame, and no, you can't turn a soulmate into a twin flame. Somebody's thinking that too. Everybody was asking me a question like, oh, can I turn my soulmate into a twin flame? No, you can't. Then somebody was asking and they said, what if my twin flame don't want me? Your twin flame is looking for you with a flashlight in the middle of the daylight. But if your twin flame doesn't deserve you, you don't deserve your twin flame. That's why you might never meet. They may be on another side of the planet evolving just like you over here. They could be like 30 years older than you, or you not even be attracted to them, and they walking around with the lesson you need, and you walking around with the lesson they need. Or you may pass right by them, and there's no connection because you ain't done enough work with the soulmates. You don't get.
Yep.
You got to go through the. I mean, you ain't really got to be on the bullshit a long time, but it's a lot of bullshit out here. But these soulmates, a lot of y'all get attached to and think, that's my twin flame. We're supposed to be together. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, the sex was great. They pay all my bills. Oh, she swallows my cum. Wah, 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 wah. No, that's not just, you can have several of those. And a lot of y'all had got in bullshit relationships with somebody who was doing all those things to you, and you romantically got it in your mind that they were supposed to be something that they were not. That's why I'm doing this. I'm reiterating it. Your soulmate holds the mirror. So like if I'm on some bullshit and Gemini Brown come and say, Coach, nah, man, Mars and Gemini does not mean you damn are the sexiest person in the world. It means why. He's at that time, and then I realize and be like, damn, bro, you right. He's not attracted to me at all, but he's holding the mirror. So he's my soulmate. You see what I'm saying? When he teaching like that, like he gonna meet a bunch of his soulmates because he teaches in the public school system. He cheating. He gonna develop a whole bunch of relationships with he's gonna influence them. I know I met some of my soulmates. I know my geometry teacher was my soulmate in the 10th grade. There's no question. Sherman Sumter was my soulmate, and he wasn't my type. But I know good and well I still, by him not fronting on me and giving me straight wisdom all the time and holding the mirror, then I grew from that. Your soulmate is here to help you grow, not coddle you and support and stroke your ego and your bullshit. Because the bullshit meets you at the wall of suffering, and that's what's going on. Everybody, this is my G. I don't know if he, you know what I'm saying? He called me OG. I might call him nephew, but he's sharp. So I don't even know what he got to say. But you know what I'm saying? He hit the, because he was getting ready to talk about Neptune and Pisces, how cats is in the friend zone. But before you even get to that and go super heavy, like tell me, what do you feel about this conversation first before you go all the way to Neptune and Pisces? And have I touched on any points that, you know, the younger generation, even like yourself, can use, or a teacher like yourself could use?
Right. Well, this is funny because this is last week, email after email, all about twin flames. That's what I've been getting. It's Leo season. You hit it on the head. You said romance. The romance got you thinking, this is my twin flame. But my thoughts is like this. Like you said everything. A soulmate is gonna challenge you. They're gonna challenge you. It's different soulmates for different time periods. You know what I'm saying? You said, you know, we both got Gemini influence. You know, I had a teacher who I believe, you feel me, was my soulmate, and she was responsible for waking up my gift as a poet. I'm in high school. I write a little poem. Obama had just won the election, and you know, I wrote this poem and I just shared it. And she made a big deal. She was like, "Oh no, you got the gift. We got to do something." And she did so much for me. And you know, she was just like, "This is what you should do. This is what you should do." And like I tell people, you gotta listen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta say at the time, right? Because I got Venus in the 12th, which could indicate I don't like sharing my talent. You know what I'm saying? But she challenged me and said, "Oh no, you got to give that. You need to give it away to the world. You got to." You know, she gave me a platform where I could give it away. So how I want to tie this into Astros, I want to say this. So let's say your Venus is let's say your Venus is in Taurus, right? You'll get what you're gonna do, and it's all you. So you're gonna get a soulmate that embodies that low vibration of the energy. Okay, how you gonna get a soulmate that embodies low vibration? Because at one point, that's what
Your phone
you know
breaking
what
up.
I'm
Your
saying?
phone breaking up. I want this to be clear. You on a roll. You channeling so much heavy stuff. The joint breaking up just a little bit. Go back. If you got Venus and Taurus, go right from there.
You gonna now, mind you, we said this could be a family member, this can be a co-worker, but there's gonna be somebody who's going to show you a low vibrational aspect of this energy. All right. Now that can be, you know, being attached to the senses, you know, being spending too much, not managing your money well, you know what I'm saying? Stingy, whatever, right? And you got two choices. You can learn from this, right? You can learn from like, damn, and say this is your father or your mother, right? And they're showering you with gifts. And you know, they teach you a materialistic mind state about life. And then boom, your awakening hits, right? What's gonna happen is you're gonna start to disconnect from this person. You're gonna be like, damn, all like at one time, all this knowledge, all these gifts, all you know, all those things of that vibration, I was attracted to. You know what I'm saying? I know if I need something, whatever, you got me. But when you start to grow, there's gonna be a disconnect. All right. And then that's why we go from soulmate to soulmate. Then So say there's an aspect of yourself where you're struggling with money because your spending habits and all this is, you know what I'm saying, not on par. If you're making a conscious effort and you're actually growing, what's going to happen? You'll meet a partner that is financially secure, someone that can show you about, you know, how to really go out there and work, right? To use the correct value of money. So, like I said, you want to look at different aspects of your chart.
Oh, you spitting hard again. You spitting hard again, boy. I'm telling you, the Illuminati don't want you to get this information out. Go back up just about 10 seconds. Go again.
Right. So you're going to this can play different aspects in your chart, but I'm using Venus because that's relationships. All
Right, right,
right.
right, 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 right.
Right. So there's going to be different variations of the energy. Like I say, with these energies, I like to say there's low, there's middle, there's high. You know what I'm saying? And then depending on what house, like you said, well, I don't got I got my sun and my Mercury in the 10th. You know what I'm saying? That's sextiles to my 11th, my 12th, where I got my Venus and all that good stuff. So I meet women, I meet soulmates in educational settings or settings where I'm showcasing my talent or I'm doing my work. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, mm.
So you gotta look at it. You know what I'm saying? If you got action in your seventh house, you can meet this soulmate through friends. You know, they can be your friend. And then just to speak about what I said, a lot of people have the soulmate in the friend zone is because there's another aspect where it's not gonna be romantic. And we've been molded and brainwashed to believe that my soulmate is someone who I is love at first sight. And it's not that way. It is someone who, like I said, is going to challenge you. So if it's an aspect, say you got a superficial, there's something superficial about you.
Your
This
soulmate could show
soulmate,
up through Saturn. Your soulmate could show up with those Saturn characteristic.
right? So it's a lot of variations. And the thing with the twin flame, like I said, it's a sad reality, y'all. But a lot of y'all haven't done half the work it entails to meet that twin flame. So, and like I said, you liable to pass them. You liable to pass them on vacation because my belief with the twin flame is that you're put in different parts of the grid. You know what I'm saying? For you to do your work and for them to do their work. And if you're doing your work, I have a, you know, for those of you who don't know, I'm on YouTube. I have a video about this. I break it down real well. Kyle, you watch Power? You watch Power?
Tommy need to get out the
Cal?
game. Tommy need to get out the game.
All right, so check it. I used an example with Ghost and Angela, how they could be. I believe with twin flames, there's a signature. There's something that both souls embody. It can be a talent, it can be an instinct. So with Ghost and Angela, I look at it in the senses they're both crafty as hell. He uses his, you know, his insight or you know that thing to be a criminal, to be a successful criminal, and she uses it to catch criminals. So within you and your twin flame, there's gonna be some type of thing that you share, but it's not gonna be very obvious. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be very obvious. So it's it takes a advanced soul when you advance on that path to even recognize. Even recognize. I think
I
when you do run into them, you get batshit scared.
I think I look at Ghost as a prime example of having two soulmates. He's got really shit. Everybody is Ghost soulmate. Tommy's
Right.
his soulmate because he got to learn something from Tommy. Of course, Kanan, he got to learn something from him. But he's having sex with Angela and Tasha. And Tasha, Angela and him are on both sides of the law. They're both having this Saturn thing. They're on both of them are like I'm not going with the but she tries to pull him to the light. Like lately, he's like, I'm trying to be a new man. But look at her. She's covering up crime.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I think that he manages them very poorly because he's too romantic. He's a perfect example of the wall of suffering because he keeps doing real dumb stuff. Everybody on there to me is stupid, but I keep watching it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to start pulling for 50 Cent, but it's why don't we have scientific relationships? Like if anything, Ghost should be like, yo, I'm gonna hit you with like 40 million to be my plug on the inside. Then we're gonna just watch all of this instead of just trying to he just trying to lay pipe to him. So a lot of times, so now their relationship, even though it may be soulmate, is looking like bullshit. That's what Tasha is saying. Tasha's saying, well, that's some bullshit. But Tasha is in the mind that, Ghost, you only belong to me. You're my twin
Right.
flame. No, Tasha, you taught Ghost a lot. You got Ghost. Everybody knows you got Ghost to where he's at now. He wouldn't have got. He wouldn't have never got there without Tasha. But guess what? Now they finna separate. Tasha finna go over here and get some new dick. You know what I'm saying, from the attorney. I'm gonna get him to lie for me. What you gonna go over there and do? Whatever. And look, here come this lawyer who now is being compromised by the wife of the biggest criminal in New York. And he finna do it because guess what? She says, he loved me more than you've ever loved me. Ooh, but, hey, that was a good example right there. 50 Cent, you owe us a check. You know, you can hit my Cash App and I can split it with Gemini Brown. You can hit his Cash App. He can split it with me. But something 50, you need to hit us up for promoting your joint. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Next thing, I want to say this. You know, in the space of the romance, you know, with me personally having Venus in my 12th house, in order to grow,
ain't
I've
you a
had
Cancer
to learn.
rising? What's your
Virgo.
you a
Virgo. Yeah. All right. So what I've had to do with, for those of you who don't know, this position, it makes you fall for people who are unavailable. All right.
Teach.
And I always tell people, right? Wherever dynamics in your chart, right? You can transcend.
Pause. I want to say this right now because I ain't never done this. Like, I'm a dope MC on this astrology, but I co-sign this cat right here. I always tell you, you should have 4 astrologers at bare minimum that you go see per year. Don't try to come and get all of everything I got. Go see this brother here. His name Gemini Brown on Facebook, Instagram. He everywhere. I wouldn't even be letting me on here talking like this if it wasn't official. So now I'm gonna make it official and tell you, you come see me, you come see him, whatever. But this brother right here, he got a whole angle. Like I watch his YouTube videos and then get on the phone and be like, bruh, word, So I'm officially saying, don't go over there, ask for no discount, neither pay the man whatever he say he want, and go see my man. Don't be asking for no free samples. He don't have to give you no sample. That's on me. You ain't got to get nobody no sample if I co-sign you. OG said you don't got to get no samples.
I got work on my channel, so it speaks for itself. Like I said, you can find me Gemini Brown, all of that, right? So I always tell people, there's wherever your Venus is and all of this, there are lessons that have to be learned, right? So I use the example of myself, Venus in the 12th. It brings you people who are unavailable. So if this happens once, right? It's like, damn, I was so into her and found out she had a man. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, right? What you gonna do when it happens again? Are you gonna fall for someone who's unavailable again? Do the same thing again? Or are you gonna say, you know what? I dig this person's vibe. Let me not even complicate this right now, right? Whatever, if she taken, maybe months down the line, she may not be taken. If it's meant to be, it'll be. But I'm saying this to say that you get the most out of your soulmates when you put them in the correct perspective, when you actually see what they're here to teach you. And if you allow yourself to do that, it's gonna elevate you spiritually. You understand? So this is true for all dynamics. Everybody, there's somebody out there who has something to teach you, and if you don't romanticize it, it makes it clearer to see what that lesson is. So, big key.
Nah, you hold up. Oh, you can't go nowhere yet. Wait a minute. Like you see how you in there learning, y'all. That's how y'all need to be on his YouTube channel with your mouth shut and just nodding your head, because it's funny because Venus is in his shadow and about to go retrograde, and here I am being moved to talk about clearing up bullshit. I want you to have more soulmates. I would love for you to at least open your mind to there's a chance of me getting to my twin flame if I do the work. But we promise you, with these 6 planets in retrograde, you seen the hashtag, you just, that's me. I'm one typing 6 planets. Oh, well, Jupiter is going direct now. It's still in the shadow. Don't try me. It's still in the shadow. And now Venus is in the shadow. So you got all this stuff going on that's coming up in you, your pride, because Leo is the romance, it's the pride, it's the ego. And now here come Kair giving you this shit on your forehead and not caring about your feelings. It ain't my fault because I gotta deal with it too. But you have to deal with these retrogrades with honesty and integrity. Saturn in retrograde. You cannot be out here, you can't be out here lying. You know what I'm saying? And it's all getting ripped up. It's all getting ripped up. Jupiter went extra deep in Scorpio. Extra deep cut way down to the bone. So if you want to continue to hold on, yo, son, I promise you, my inbox, there's so many fellas. Y'all better quit sleeping. Women lie, yo. And there's so many of them in my inbox. I ain't calling them liars. I'm just saying that they telling me about they not happy about this husband or baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? And y'all trying to hold him hostage. Y'all trying to hold him hostage over some romance. Men, you can be too romantic, but ladies, you all sold us the romance. You know what I'm saying? I get it from my mama. He get it from his mama. And so you need to really like go back and let your actions teach your children. So if there's some kind of action that you need to separate from some bullshit and start accepting those soulmates that you friend zoned and be like, hey, my bad. Because that's the illusion. You think sex is gonna mess up our friendship. What you talking about? That's gonna enhance it because it's gonna open you up emotionally so then they can hold the mirror so you can really learn something. And when the brother said grow spiritually, that's what we came here to do. Our primary goal is to grow. I didn't come here to be no dope astrologer. That's a result of my growth. I didn't come here to be an asshole to some people. That's a result of my growth. Being a millionaire is not what I came here for, but it's going to be the result of my growth. So as we learn these lessons, your soulmate helps advance you on your primary mission. So you can look at somebody, everybody saying, how am I going to recognize my twin flame? You should be asking me, how can I be honest about this bullshit I'm in? Because you never recognize your twin flame out here being dishonest about the bullshit you in, talking about, I'm gonna just put some more I'm gonna put some more perfume on this bullshit. Remember, that's where the word romance came from, the romantic period, which was created by the French who did not like to take baths. My major's in history, my degree's in professional history. I'm the researcher of researchers. So they didn't want to take no bath. So they were just covering up the funk. So when somebody come to you with a bunch of romance and you buy it, and then you finally rip apart the smell, if it smell like that, that's really what it is. That's really what it is. It's some shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's my piece on that right there. Disagree, agree, what you feel about that, Brown?
Yeah, it's the beauty about what we do as astrologers is that we are privy to people letting us know about the bullshit that, and I this has been the message for Leo season, the retrograde season. Let go of these toxic people. Let go of that ego. So right now is interesting. So Jupiter's in Scorpio, Pluto's been in Capricorn, Saturn's in Capricorn, all of that, right? These two naturally sextile. So what we actually seeing here, from my end, is that people are more concerned. The emphasis is not actually on intimacy. It's the gain that comes from all of that. The status. It's the status. You feel me? That is what it is. So what we're seeing, and we talk about Kanye, right? I always talk about Kanye and Kim. And I always say If he loves her, that's fine. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That is what he desires. You know, he got that Venus and Mars and Taurus. He likes, you know, his joint to look a particular, you know, that's him. If he's happy. Now we look that relationship is kind of like a poster child for a lot of people. People want that. Like I'm Kim and Kanye. Everyone, everyone know they can't be J and B, but I use Kim and Kanye because I don't know. In a way, it's a bit more superficial, and I feel like people are in these bullshit situations because of superficiality, because of the status. So this Jupiter in Scorpio theme, right? It's really been about expanding upon real intimacy. So, you know, if you gauge what's going on in your life, I could use myself as an example. Bruh, I ain't attracted to nothing but
No, can't hear you now.
all right, you can hear me now?
Yes, 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 yes.
I use myself as an example. I haven't attracted nothing but water signs, water people this year. Uh, I had Scorpio moon. I had a Pisces. Uh, water. Jupiter's like you gonna dive into these emotions. You gonna deal with it. All right. You know what I'm saying? And I allow myself to do that. All right. And then from there, you're like, okay, did I learn what I'm supposed to learn? If when you learn what you're supposed to learn, you will know if this thing is gonna withstand. If it's not, it's gonna show itself. So then you have two options: let it go, continue to grow, or hold on to the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, bro.
I have a question. The student here on the front row, I have a question, teach. So Sheila Robinson says, that's the reason I'm single. Fuck the bullshit. So can you learn these lessons by avoiding, or you're going to still have to go in? What can you just say, oh, I'm can you move up through soulmates and potentially get to a twin flame if you say I'm just not I'm just gonna stay single. I'm not gonna be in it. What are your thoughts on her strategy of just saying can she win or is she finna take one?
It's gonna come. It's gonna find you. It is going to find you. You might as well deal with it. I put it like this: if you, because you know everyone's intuitive, and the more you grow within your intuition, the harder it is to not see things. And then especially right now, Sun rules Leo. Things are at maximum illumination. Previously, the Sun is in Cancer. Emotional nature, eclipses, everything is illuminated. You gotta deal with it. So I feel just from my end, you know what I'm saying? That Virgo in me is like, what's the solution? And the solution isn't running. It definitely is. It's you gonna deal with it because it's gonna come at you in a different form. Some way, somehow, you're gonna have to deal with that.
She says, I experience it, but I dictate how I engage is what I mean. You must be a master astrologer if you're talking about you dictating something, okay? Like, because I don't even get to dictate. You know what I'm saying? I'm still seeking counsel out here. I call it, I interact with it with awareness. Remember, that's what I want everybody type that. It's 50 of y'all in here. Everybody type awareness. Awareness is how you're going to grow from it. So you're not going to come in and dictate and be like, Saturn, you're going to do this. Jupiter, you're going to do this. Mercury, you can't even talk like that. And I think, if I'm not uncertain, I think tomorrow is the cross. I wish I could just have a whole big astrology group with all my boys. So we know the sun does not go backwards. So the sun is going this way. A retrograde is going this way. Well, both of them are happening in Leo. So they normally go like this. They're going together the same way, like it's either behind or a little bit in front. So we're about to have a Sun Mercury cross. If it's not today, I think it's like I looked at it like a week or two ago. I was like, the 14th, niggas better be watching. So it's either the 14th or 15th or something like that. But it's
You mean
coming.
like when they meet up and go separate ways?
They're coming back
Remember?
together. That's why
Oh,
it's getting more and
okay.
more intense. You know what I'm saying? Like it was already intense when Mercury was way back here in the 20s. And soon as Leo hit 2 degrees, it was already popping off. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because
Right.
there was a hard square. There was a hard square of Leo, Sun at Leo in 2 degrees and Uranus and Taurus at 2 degrees. That's what kicked the whole thing off right there. It was just like, and then Mercury was like, let me get into the party. And so it's just steady coming. So now that square of Sun and Uranus is going to play out for a few months. Here come Mercury is like, let me get into the game. And then it's got to go sweep through and then come back. But I ain't going to talk about like the going back to the 19th. I'm just talking about like how intense it's going to be. That's why so many
Right.
people like looking at this particular subject because we got ego, romance, value, shock, uh,
Mm-hmm.
the way you think about something. I had a Leo tell me to get out of my feelings, and they got a stellium in Leo. In my mind, I was like, you know who you talking to? You in your ego. If I'm in my feelings, at least I got Moon in Libra, maybe so. But how about you? You can't have 5 planets in the 12th house of Leo, and one of them being the sun, and tell me to get out my feelings. That's your ego talking. And I've been that was one of the great, but guess what? That person is a soulmate of mine. That's one of my
Right.
soulmates came to me who I love unconditionally and came with something rough and rugged that I didn't really feel like hearing at the time. And it's been resonating in my mind, Mercury, going on repeat ever
Mm-hmm.
since. So, yeah.
Intense times out here, man. And then last week was real interesting. It was we had when Venus got in the Libra, squared off to Saturn right before this new moon eclipse. So I definitely saw that as if for the people holding on to the bullshit. I think last week leading up to the eclipse, you were being forced to honor it and let it go. And the people who actually let, whether it be friendships, personal relationships go, they all said, I feel lighter. I feel freer. And that's what it's about. That's really what.
He done brought it right back around. This, well, you my point guard. He done brought it right back around. So remember, in the subject line, it's the wall of suffering, right? So some of you
Mhm.
would like to know, how do I leave the wall of suffering? You know you on the wall of suffering because there's a lot of whining and complaining going on. So the one thing you can do is shut your mouth and shift your energy from whining and complaining to an attitude of gratitude. Also, God won't talk to you at the wall of suffering. He'll see you, but he don't gotta protect you because you already fucked. How he gonna protect you when you already fucked, right? So when you leave, then you can hear these messages from the prophets, because that's what the astrologers have always been. We've been the prophets. We've been the coaches of old. We was guiding Mansa Musa, okay? Mansa Musa had me and Brown on Stipend. You know what I'm saying? We had large estates, and now we out here giving it to y'all again. He was like, yo, I'm gonna take care of y'all. Y'all go out there and handle it, right? We on the search for Mansa Musa if we not Mansa Musa, right? So on the wall of suffering, you have to change your energy vibration. So the formula for this, they gave it to us in elementary school, right? This is why they won't let me come back to elementary school. I'm too fucking esoteric, right? They might let me back in right now. Roll, roll, roll your boat. What's the next word? Gently.
Gently. Mhm.
Roll, roll, roll your boat gently up the stream. See, immediately you'd be like, wait a minute, that song don't go like that. It don't say up the stream. It says gently down the stream. That means go with what's going on. That's why I said there's no dictation. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. That means go with the flow. Most of you get in bullshit relationships because you want to go upstream against the flow. You got your soulmate or a whole series of soulmates friend zone because of the illusion you got, and now you going upstream wondering why it's so tough. Now let me finish. gently down the stream, merrily, 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 merrily. They put the word in there 4 times. That means optimism. The only way you're gonna make it through this retrograde season here is with optimism. Am I lying, Brown? Oh, that's facts.
You gotta go with the flow.
You got optimism. Merrily, 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 merrily. That means have optimism. Here come the last part. Life is but a dream. Everybody type this. Life is images of the mind expressed. Life is images of the mind expressed. One more time. Life is images of the mind expressed. So if you carrying around all this fight and tug and you not going with the flow, then your life will be the images of struggle because you're struggling. But if you have optimism, your head is high, then you can catch that Pluto ride. I'm sorry, you can catch that Jupiter ride because Jupiter's a hot air balloon. Jupiter never will come down to the planet. He'll drop you a rope ladder, but you got to reach up to grab it. That's my lesson on Jupiter for the whole. If you never know anything about astrology, you always, when somebody was at my house yesterday, you need to know what your moon sign is. I said, shit, that ain't gonna get you off the ground. You better find out where your Jupiter is at. Right. Jupiter never comes to the planet. It's too much of a high elevation. You have to keep your head up and grab it, and Jupiter will pull you out of the muck and mire. It will pull you out of the muck and mire, but if you got that negative brain, that negative philosophy, it will give you more dynamite to blow a bigger hole in the ground for your ass to keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. So sing the song, row, row, row your boat, and row, row, row is what? 3 times the work. Some of y'all just lazy. That's why I said in my last video, Brown, niggas is really lazy in the West. They don't really want to do the work, man. They don't want to do the work.
I'm telling you. Yo, I like what you said about Jupiter, because what I've been telling people, wherever Jupiter goes, whatever sign is transiting, it's here to fulfill your desire of that house. How you get it to fulfill that desire is to, like you said, have optimism, an unbreakable will, all right, a belief. Fuck it. I want to be a millionaire. My account on $2 right now, but it's gonna happen. You feel me? I'm a act like I have what I need, right? Key principle. But especially for this year in Scorpio, like I said, it's about expanding upon intimacy and also dealing with your psychological what's holding you back. Now, mind you, Scorpio is it's that dark part. So it takes some real you got to really be real with yourself to acknowledge what Jupiter is showing you. Okay, so it's gonna be about your appetite. You know, your appetite for the things that Scorpio has to deal with, how you can clean that up. Then, and here's the next thing. We've been having this beautiful ass trine to Neptune for months, and it's been in close orb too. So what this is with Neptune and Pisces, everyone here on this feed, everyone who tunes into my channel, your channel, we're giving knowledge, right? That's Neptune, right? It's up to you to put it into practice. Jupiter is like, how are you going to structure your life around this truth, around this knowledge? Oh, you lefty too, bro? I'm lefty. I'm ambidextrous. I write with the left. That's my gift.
Oh no, it just looked like this the left because the screens is flipped. You know, everything is backwards. Everything is backwards on like when you live. But nah, I can't do. Well, I fight southpaw, but I write with my right hand.
Okay.
But yeah. but what like niggas think I'm joking. Like I'm not like nigga. You better be writing notes. Y'all out here thinking this entertainment. You see, I left the screen. We ain't got my pen.
I do this every day. I'm telling y'all, it's a lot. So like I said, people, Jupiter trine Neptune. If you align your life, if you live your truth based on as above, so below, if you following astrology, if you looking at your transits and you utilizing like, I got a second house transit, I done got a reading. My astrologer said I should be investing in myself. I should be investing in this. It's gonna work. But Jupiter's like, you got to have the belief. You got to have the belief. And then it all comes together, right? Where you just said niggas is lazy. Saturn and Capricorn. You can't, like, it's not going to happen. No achievement is going to come to you without putting in that hard work. So, you know, as tough as these retrogrades have been, like I said, through that trine of Jupiter and Neptune, that's the relief. That's what's gonna keep you merrily. That's what's gonna keep you optimistic. Your personal truth. So, you know, it's gotta put it into action.
So they may think because I'm an old head that I'm exaggerating about how Saturn don't play that shit. Can you just briefly, no. Can you just briefly, so they don't think it's just me. They may not be listening to other astrologers. They may think I'm just opinionated. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just ask from the front row again. Brown, with a Mercury, with a with a Mercury retrograde, isn't that wait a minute, that's not squaring that Saturn, is it? Saturn and
No, not at this.
it's a quincunx.
It's quincunx. It's quincunx.
So, but as Saturn is in retrograde with Mercury in retrograde at the same time, is Saturn giving out any breaks right now if you want to be lazy?
Hell no. Hell no. This is why I said, look. This is what Saturn does. I've been preaching this. Those for Leo season. It's a joke.
Not a little bit. Not a little bit.
Nah, not at all. Not in this sign, not in this house. You know what? Maybe it never really does it, but maybe when it was like in Sagittarius, you might be able to get away with it a little bit.
But he at the crib. He at the crib. Tell him about Saturn at the crib. At the crib.
He got the whip. He got the whip. He like, word. For real. For real. So it's so funny you brought that up because I've been telling people, like with Leo season and this being egoistic energy, the thing with Leo, right? Because that archetype is a king. And remember, a king is born into his fortune. All right? Or he's been given this title like you're the king and this is your castle, right? So this quincunx is showing that people are feeling entitled to achievement, entitled to success. Yo, it's real, y'all, for real. So the thing about it, real talk, you just gotta know. And like I said, if you North notice here too. So if you haven't been happy, if you haven't been feeling yourself, you know why? Because Saturn's letting you know you're not putting in the work. You're not working toward. There's no entitlement here. That's real. That's real.
What I tell people is Saturn holds the whistle. Mitchell Gibson taught me about Saturn. He said Saturn governs all relationships. That means the sun can't come through. The sun is ego and life and vitality. The sun is not rules and regulations. Jupiter is expansion. It's not rules and regulations. You can't go to Jupiter and be like, you bigger than Saturn, go help me out. No, Saturn holds the whistle. When you do right by Saturn, integrity, and do the work, then Saturn will blow the whistle of karma and say, okay, bring that over there to Brown. Yo, bring them 3 loads of gold over to Brown. He'll look out. Saturn only looks out for you after the work. Somebody please type after the work. That's the only place work comes before, success comes before work is in the dictionary. I remember that old saying. The only place success comes before work is in the dictionary. You got to do the work, and then Saturn will easily blow the whistle and be like, over here.
Especially if it's in aspect, good aspect. This is where the personal transits come in. All right. So if you got a harsh Saturn, say you got Saturn in square or something, it's gonna make that difficult for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, cause I teach and I do, like special needs kids and all of that. They normally have some type of Saturn aspect. A lot of them have Moon conjunct Saturn, or Saturn squaring Mercury, maybe Mercury in Pisces, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So is wherever it is, it's gonna be difficult. But remember this, y'all. It gets Saturn. It gets better with time. That restriction forces you to develop the discipline. So you in these low level classes early on, right? You've been forced to go get extra help and all of that. By the time you get to college, you already have a different type of discipline and work ethic because you had to develop that younger. Real talk. That's exactly how I look at it. So
And you picked your chart. So don't get upset with where the Saturn is placed in your chart. You picked it for this lifetime due to what you was doing last lifetime. So don't get upset like, ooh, this is a hard aspect for me. The first thing I look at somebody when they say, dang, I'd be like, what you danging for? You the boss? You picked it. You the one decided when the birth time was gonna come, what two parents you picked. So don't come now and try to say it's Saturn's fault, it's retrograde's fault. We like doing these. We let you be aware of retrograde so you can review yourself. You've never heard me do no video where you could blame the planets. I be talking about proper action, you know what I'm saying? Right knowledge, right wisdom, you know what I'm saying? Sound right reasoning. But you never hear me say, it's a like if something goes on my phone or something, or Brown, like his audio goes out and I'll be like, oh, that's Mercury retrograde. That's for him to respond to it. That ain't like we're not blaming it. That's like I always say, a Mercury retrograde is like a woman on her cycle. It's gonna happen once a month. So if you get married to a woman and you mad that she on her cycle, you don't understand nature. So if you get mad, you get mad at a retrograde. It's gonna happen 3 times a year, like clockwork, Holmes, like clockwork. So can you control your sexual urges when your woman be like, well, I'm bleeding, we can't have sex right now. You can't wait 3 to 5 days? You a savage. So I look at people who can't go through a Mercury retrograde and chill and without whining and complaining. It shows me where you at on your savagery. So don't quit whining and complaining. Put some optimism in it. Like, what do you do when your wife is cramping? You do nice things for her. Mercury's out here, you know, stunting like this. Do some nice things. That's what I'm saying. Right. That point you made about we think we so entitled. Oh, I'm just supposed to just, Brown, not me. Let me get a reading and tell me all the shortcuts.
Right? I keeps it 100. There ain't no shortcuts. And you know, wherever the Saturn is going, like you know what else? I've been getting a lot of Gemini rising since Saturn went into Cap, and obviously, you know, 8th house for Gemini rising is Capricorn. So what's happening? That sex life is dry right now, dry. But I'm like, listen, there's likely this sexual block is a redirection. You're supposed to take this energy and fuel it towards, mind you, all practical advice, y'all. You know what I'm saying? All practical advice. So understand wherever Saturn is going to be a restriction, or in this case with Capricorn, is gonna call for some serious discipline, some serious structure. And that's what I spoke about this week with Mars retrograding back in the Capricorn. It's gonna be some, you know, the need to go back over some points and you know, really structure whatever it is. Go ahead, brother.
So Spirit just gave me a channel and told me to proposition you with something, and I'm gonna see if you with it.
All right, shoot.
Are you open to me and you doing a reading, a Saturn Mercury reading for people over the next 7 days, and we split it $100? So if they pay 100, I'm gonna give you 50. I'm gonna do a 30-minute reading, and you do a 30-minute reading, so they can get 2 angles. Are you open to that?
Yeah. Well, you Virgo rising too, right? Yeah, you Virgo rising. You know, we all about the service, so.
Hey. So let me tell the audience what I just proposed and what we're saying. For $100, You get 2 readings for the price of 1, but all we're going to do is read where your Saturn is at, transiting Saturn, and is transiting Mercury retrograde. That's all we read. Don't come in, like we may throw some sauce in there, but don't come in there asking us about a whole bunch of other stuff. That's a separate reading now. I'm just saying, if you come and say, yo, I want to get that twofer, we don't even have this set up. This fresh right now. Like I ain't know I was gonna do that either. But for y'all, if you want to do that to get 2 perspectives on what's the strategy, you know what I'm saying, of how to handle that. That's what we offering. So either inbox me or inbox him. I ain't worried about who you pay. If you pay him, he gonna tell you to come see me. If you pay me, I'm gonna tell you to come see him. We'll do all that. We got each other's number. We set it up like that. So if somebody is interested, this is why I like challenging folks, because they be on the live like, yes, 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 tell me more, tell me more. Yo, you gotta come in and let us open the chart up first,
Right.
so we can get to you. Like right now, we're being super broad right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's probably 6 people on here who know where Saturn is, like what house rules, what house is ruled by Capricorn and how to interpret that. Okay? So if you're one of my students, then you should already have this. But most of y'all are not my students. So this is an offer that we just put together just now live if you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So if you follow him on his channel, hit him on his inbox. If you want to hit me on my inbox, then we put together. If you don't want to do nothing, guess what? Life gonna go on and me and him gonna go chill. You know what I'm saying? I might do one for him. He might do one for me. I might just go be like, shit, let's just switch up. Cause I like how he read. I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of professionals. I don't know about y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, cause if he sucked, I would be like, you suck. Or I'd be like, come on, man. That shit was ridiculous what you just said. But to date, he ain't hit me with nothing. I watched his entire Venus series, all 12 videos, and then went back and gave him feedback on Venus and Libra.
That's a
And
fact.
told him where my other video. I said, you're gonna have to make 13 videos, bro. I need one more video. I need one more
Yeah.
video.
Even the dog sharp word.
Right. So that's it for us. Hey, Brown, I appreciate you coming through. I'm gonna let you
You
log
already
off.
know.
And then if anybody else want to come on, y'all hit the button real quick. Otherwise, I'm finna go get me something to eat. And I'm getting ready to crazy strategize out my next course. I got this course coming called Prosperity 365 that like takes the astrology piece and puts it underground so you don't even have to worry about the signs. All you gotta know is your birthday when you come in. And I got it like showing you how to map out. It's general, but it's gonna be specific for each person. So I got a course coming out called Prosperity 365. I got a Moon Magic course coming out, and I got a joint called How to Hustle. And I'm even looking at like, why is the universe telling me to teach these courses like right now? But I understand I need to deliver it while y'all are slowing down. So when we get back and all the planets are direct, your paper will be flowing that much better. You know what I'm saying? I'm the dude that I'm the pit stop. I'm that dude. We close the garage down and make a bunch of noise, and then when the springtime come, we open it up and pull out the Corvette and we stunt. You know what I'm saying? So, Brown, you got some kind of special coming up or something? You need to make an announcement. Something you got coming for me? I know you got a new album, you mixtape, but do you got something that's gonna put some bread in your pocket? How you gonna serve the people?
Yeah, well, yeah, my shop is always open. You can hit my inbox anytime. Like I said, Gemini Brown 618 at gmail.com. Contact me on Facebook. I'm a Gemini. I always respond. You know what I'm saying? I got great deals. The value is up there, and I love what I do. So,
Y'all
just
better
reach
get him
out.
before I have that raise your price conversation. I'm going to a lot of my nephews right now having a raise your price conversation with these jokers because they like a little too pro-black, a little too poor righteous teacherish for my taste, and I feel that they should be raised. So I haven't talked to him yet.
You would
I
have
ain't
to
had that,
do look. We would
huh?
have to do a whole nother live on that because our people are some funny people. When it comes, I gotta keep it reasonable for them. They some funny people, but you know what I'm
No,
saying?
no, I don't agree. This is our first disagreement.
I
No,
know, I know. What talk? What talk, Coach? What talk?
they smoke loud. They smoke
You
loud.
right?
They smoke
You right.
gas.
You
Is
right.
gas more important than you?
You
Is
right.
gas is 3 grams of gas more important than more valuable than one of your consultations?
Hell no.
What about an
Getting high.
ounce of gas? What about an ounce? What about an ounce of gas? Is an ounce of gas more important than your consultation?
Nah, these is jewels, baby. These is elevating the soul. You right though. You right.
They blowing loud. That's what it was for me. They they all blowing loud, and then they want me to give them a break. I can't give you no break if you blowing loud. I can't do that. I can't do that. Can't do that. And I know we blowing loud. I know. I know for a fact. I used to blow loud. No, come on, man. It's all good. Look, y'all better get him now. I'm gonna get y'all to after this retrograde, but then I'm gonna add when you see his prices inching up, that was me. You know what I'm saying? He supposed to be, but go ahead. He looking out for y'all right now. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. My price September 22nd, my price is going up again. Shit, what you talking about? All right. I'm trying to
I
be an
ain't go.
author. I'm trying to be an author and do other things, so my price continue. You can go. I'm like a clock. September 22nd, price increase. Fact.
Mm.
I got other things to do, and you ain't. I got an astrology course that I'm trying to be replaced. I'm trying to be so high when you come and say no discount. I be like, well, my man Brown, you can get him. He nice, he nasty, but you know he got something more affordable. He not cheap, but he's affordable until he raises prices. But don't come to me. You don't go to the Maserati dealer and ask them to give you no break.
This
That's
Uranus and Taurus. Yeah, I hear you.
oh, what? And I got Saturn and Taurus off the break. I was born with Saturn and Taurus, so
Oh, it's about to boom. It's about to boom.
it's tough.
I
It's
read.
tough. All right, Lord, I'm gonna holler at you. Appreciate you for coming on.
You already know.
Peace, family. Uh, Anybody else got any questions? Right quick before I get out of here, or you got any comment or feedback? Videos now, I like to for people to come on and express themselves. And I know my social marketing media manager need to be pulling up in my driveway here versus looking over here at my video. They need to be pulling up in my driveway. Okay, that's what I need. I need my social marketing media manager to be pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you driving, watching this video on the way over here so we can talk about some of this cake. All right. So, yeah. Does anybody want to come on and have any comments or feedback about what you felt tonight? If you have not shared the video, please share it now. Okay. My courses, you can find everything over at CoachKAstrology.info. CoachKAstrology.info is where you can find everything. Okay, you can find the astrology course, which is you can finish it in 6 weeks. I know some people who they take a whole year. If you are intuitive, if you do Reiki, if you do tarot cards, if you do any type of, especially if you're a woman and you're wanting to develop more of your intuition, astrology is what's for you. Okay? It's mathematical, but when you put the math, the left brain with the intuition of the right brain, your psychic skills just start to expand. Okay? So the way I do things, the way I teach here, everything that I have done, hey, got that Libra in the kitchen over here. Everything that I have learned, I have put it in what I call my Keep It Simple Astrology course. Okay? So if you go to CoachKAstrology.info, can somebody type that? Thank you, Gabrielle. And just scroll down to the bottom. Then you'll see the course. Okay? Bada. And if you've been on here this long, I'm going to give you some love. And you can use the coupon code KEEP50 for $50 off the astrology course. Okay? So you can go to CoachKAstrology.info, scroll down to the bottom. There's a video that describes everything I do. I got a full consultation, strategy consultation. I got relationships, strategy, and relationship language. I got spiritual destiny. I got some for the kids and then I got the course. I do know how to do natal charts. That's where I started, but that's not necessarily what I like to have fun with anymore. I like to look at your natal chart and develop a strategy. I also have something called a 365 reading, which we go through and I give you a map for your 365 for you. So it's a little more explicit than just looking at Saturn and Mercury. Okay, so I'm gonna restate that deal. Me and Brown, for $100, you get 2 readings, but we're only reading your Saturn transit and your Mercury retrograde transit and how you need to be moving. Okay, it's strictly a strategy session. Mine's gonna be like 30, 45 minutes tops. That's it, because I don't need all that time. I can get straight to the point. All right, but if you get on my page and you get down to where it says the 365, that's where I map out your whole 365 map of how to carry yourself for the next year. Okay, that's not necessary. I look at the natal, I look at the transits, and then we come up with the map for your next 365. All right, so CoachKAstrology.info. What was the biggest thing that you took away from this live tonight? Please type it on a scale of 1 to 10. What would you score it? 1 means don't ever do this again. 10 is like keep on keeping on, give me some more. I guess 5 is somewhere in the middle. And what was the one thing you took from this tonight? Bullshit, twin flame, soulmates, and the wall of suffering. What was the one thing that you learned tonight that stuck with you that you can apply to your life right now? Okay? What is the one thing that you can apply right now? Don't be sitting over here talking about I listen all night. My notes, I took down, I took notes, and they're short. So even as I talk, so that was the point about Jupiter in Scorpio is expanding intimacy. So there's a book I'm going to order by Osho called Intimacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time for me to review this about expanding my intimacy. Into me I see. Into me I see is intimacy, right? And then this in all these retrogrades, what the brother dropped was Jupiter trining Neptune is the relief, because I gotta have belief in the expansion. Most of you are very pessimistic. You don't have any optimism. Jupiter is optimism, and Neptune is the belief. So if I expand, my belief system is where I'm going to get relief at. Okay, he gave y'all that for free. Okay, that's on the free 99. So these are my notes right here. So I'm always learning myself. So don't run from your lessons. Soulmates, yes. If Sheila Robinson is still on here, you're supposed to navigate while you in the bullshit. You should but if you still attracting bullshit, that's on you. That's on you if you're still attracting bullshit. If you're attracting soulmates, let's go to my last review. There's this much bullshit there's out here for relationships. There's this many soulmates, and then there's one twin flame. One more time. All of this is bullshit. This is soulmate, one twin flame. You can't skip from the bullshit straight to the twin flame. I hope I'm clear on that, okay? And then, but have these experiences. These soulmates are helping you grow. Players and playettes, these soulmates are helping you grow. So if you're still attracting a lot of bullshit, talking about, I'm single because I ain't got time for the bullshit, that means you're still doing things that attract bullshit. You should be talking about, wow, I have so many soulmates. That's what motivated me to do this anyway. I got more than one soulmate. How do I deal with it? How do I handle that? More honesty with myself and more honesty with them. She talking about I'm close to my twin flame in time. You cannot say I've had enough BS. Well, you might be close to your twin flame. You definitely could be closer than you were 5 years, 5 days, or 5 minutes ago. It still don't mean that you're gonna meet them this lifetime. I pray that all of y'all meet y'all soulmate this lifetime. And your twin flame. You can meet plenty of soulmates. Somebody asked me, is there an astrological perspective that identifies twin flames? No, but there's several aspects that identify soulmates. Several. Can I get everybody to type, whoever's left? Several aspects. There are several aspects that denote a soulmate. There's no aspects in the astrological chart that denote twin flames. What up, Corey? Why do you keep having to dump bullshitters, though, Sheila? Why do you have to even keep dumping bullshitters? How does a bullshitter get attracted to you, penetrate, get with you, get in a relationship, and then you got to dump them? That's the process that you need to be reviewing, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Mercedes said, deal with the work and don't run from the bullshit. Recognize and appreciate it. Do the work or sit the hell down and shut your mouth. Hey, I'm just reading what her words were. That was Mercedes. That was Mercedes. And she said, I took a lot from this live. Much love, Kings. Thank you, Mercedes. Stephanie said, run into the flame. Do the work. Gain power via the refining process. What up, Mario? Yeah. Explanation of the twin flames. You needed that? Cool. Yeah. All right. I always find you in peace. I always leave you in prayer. That ain't changing right now. Thank you for sharing the video. If you just came on, please share the video. Go back and watch it from the beginning. Thank you for staying all the way to the end. If you on YouTube, like the video, man. Hit subscribe so you can catch this. I'm going to start doing some lives on here as well over on YouTube and start popping off on my Instagram page as well. Thank you. Anna Bakor, Gidjalak Yaminka, Tatia Tezara, Kabel Renat, Amcha Sagvanu, Tahara Nunara, Nahagibor, Deshay Yakadeka, Kavava Shamna, Barkum Tarum, Rakame, Tazika Taker, Tamid Gamlin, Kasim Kadosh, Bar Tufka, Nahela Taker, Yakib Gehel, Amchapanez, or Craig Katushka Taker, Shavatanu Kabel, Ushma, Dazakatanu, Yodea Talamot, Barukshim, Kavomakuto, Alam Vaed. Word up. Mahalo. Peace.